How's it guys, Munash here, and today we have Abyss Captain Marvel solos. And yes, I said solos as in plural because I actually did this fight twice, once with Sorcerer and once with Voodoo. But I'm mainly going to be focusing on the Sorcerer fight because that's the one where I actually captured the full fight for. And she's the main mystic attacker in the team. And she's much better for this fight than Voodoo. So Captain Marvel isn't that difficult anymore. In fact, all the mystics, or at least all the good ones, can do extremely well in this fight. However, some work much better than others, like Doom can easily solo this fight, whereas Iron Fist will have a much harder time just finishing this fight. Although no one is relying on Iron Fist to help them clear an Abyss path. Or at least I hope not. But yeah, the only thing that makes this fight annoying is her Abyssal ability. Particularly the first part of it, where basically whenever you get to 50% power or 1.5 bars of power, you're gonna take 300 passive energy damage per second. Which might not have been that difficult to avoid if you also didn't get a power gain buff. So every 15 seconds you both get a 10-second power gain, which gives you 1.5 bars of power over time. So the strategy for this fight using Sorcerer is actually quite simple. First and foremost, before you even start the fight, you want to make sure you have no points in Mystic Dispersion. Cause this is one fight where you really don't want to gain too much power. You want to avoid having more than 50% power as much as you can. Which means a lot of special 1s and hardly any special 2s. In fact, the only time you should be throwing special 2s is if you couldn't throw the special 1 quickly enough. So basically the strategy is to throw your special attack as soon as you can. And that's pretty much all I'm doing in this fight. I'm just spamming special 1s. In fact, I am cheesing the hell out of this fight just with the special 1 spam. Because I'm just hitting the special button whenever I can. I'm not even worried about if she's blocking at the time or if she's trying to hit me. I'm just throwing the special 1. Then I just dex or fail to dex whatever special attack she throws at me. And I'm not even trying to bait a certain special attack. I only bait when she has close to 3 bars of power. Cause the nullification aura will take care of her power gain. So as long as I stay near her, she shouldn't get to 3 bars of power without me hitting her. So yeah, it's a pretty easy fight with Sorcerer. In fact, I probably could have done about half of the fight blindfolded. Cause there was a long period of time where I was just spamming special 1 and nothing else. So she's about to go down, but then I decide to pause the game and disconnect my Wi-Fi so I lose connection. Just because I wanted to try this fight again, but with Dr. Voodoo this time. Now unfortunately I did not capture the whole fight with Voodoo. I only got the last 25% of her health, which was the easiest by far because at that time I already had all the ramp up done. Cause with Voodoo this fight is not as easy. He doesn't actually deal energy damage with these basic hits. It's only after you get the power burn. However, you can still hit a block to do that 85k burst damage, but doing the whole fight like that is extremely difficult because CM does push you back quite a bit. Like her animations just have this overwhelming presence where she can drop a full combo and not even hit you once but still push you back. But what's interesting about Voodoo is he does have that 50% ability accuracy reduction on his art combo, which can actually allow you to bypass her abyssal ability. Sometimes. But once you go above 50% power and it doesn't trigger, then you can pretty much just chill with the full bar of power and not take any of that damage. The only thing is then you can't really do much because he does rely on those special attacks for utility. So I would just play by hitting her block and then eventually throw a special 3 and just start again. Then only in the last half of the fight I used the special 2 with an even number on the combo for the power burn, although I was taking a bit more damage. So I just had to dump my special attacks as quickly as I can. So that's the Captain Marvel fight, a pretty fun one overall. Then I also tried Sorcerer against Abyss Ghost, and for this fight she did not work very well for. Although she can still solo it, it is possible. But Ghost just doesn't get enough buffs, or doesn't get buffs frequently enough for Sorcerer to really do well in this fight. Cause she is quite reliant on stacking armor breaks to hit hard, and you need a good amount of power gain to stack a lot of them cause they do come from the special attacks. So I'm not gonna show the whole fight, just some key parts like the beginning when I bank the rune. Then I'm gonna skip to the part where she runs out of warfare charges, just so you can see how much damage she does within the hit count. A staggering 20%, so yeah, it's gonna take a while to actually finish this fight because it took me about 5 minutes to get to this point. So yeah, I don't recommend using Sorcerer for this fight. You're much better off just going with Aegon or Magneto. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found it interesting. Thank you for watching, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.